y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God, I got him. I still got him. I still got him. All right, Ultralight fam, I just want to say thank y'all so much. We are about to approach 1,000 subscribers. So pretty soon we will reach 1,000 subs. That was my goal for the year. I just want to say thanks to y'all, man. We were able to do it organically. Real-time viewers just like me, everyday guys, you know what I mean? I just want to say, just honestly, thank you. It's crazy to me that even people tune in. It's crazy to me that people listen to what I say. I'm gonna roll some fishing footage, then I'm gonna come back to the technical side, okay? So real quick, this video is gonna be high value. My next 2 videos are gonna be extremely high value for an ultralight fisherman. It is one of the most important factors. The 2 most important factors, this video and the next, the 2 most important factors when it comes to ultralight fishing and getting fish in the boat. All right, 2 separate categories, but I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna show y'all because I learned this over time. It was just hours and hours and hours. And throughout the years, everything has evolved. Hours of all this stuff that I've learned through, honestly, misfortune and experience. So let's break this down. We'll talk about it. We'll roll some footage. We'll come back. That's probably a crappie. That's probably a crappie. Oh, that's not a crappie. That is not a crappie. Don't run away from me. Got him. All righty. Here we go. All right. Y'all can see Donkeytail Jr. gets it done. Nice little youngin', perfect for this 3-pound line. Daiwa Presso Extra Ultralight. I mean, that was perfect. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Come on now. 21, can you do something for me? Oh my God, that's a giant bluegill. 21, can you do something for me? Where my pliers at? You cannot make this up. Do your thing, 21. They can't say no to the donkey. They can't say no to the donkey. I mean, could you say no to the donkey? They can't say no to the donkey. Another quality gill. I bet you. Oh, if I was a betting man, hold on now. Hold on now. If I was a betting man, give me my money. Give me my money. So here's the deal with this Mule Donkey Tail Junior, man. It is the perfect profile. Those bluegill, you know, 5 to 6 inch bluegill, were inhaling this thing. It's 1.5, it's 1.6 inches actually, but it's right over 1.5 inches. But the profile is slender enough so the bluegill can inhale it, but also the crappie and the bass can lock in on it. It's got perfect swimming action. This water is really muddy, so this is not going to be the best water to show you. But slow retrieve, fast retrieve, does well, does not blow out. It is just, if you look at my old video where I said my best bluegill lure, the Donkey Tail Junior has replaced the old school small curly tail for me, because I'm able to get a little bit larger bluegill on average. But here's the thing, this the plastic that mule fishing uses is extremely durable. I don't know the exact name or what they want to call it, but it's durable to the point where when I was using my old school curly tails, after like 1 or 2 fish, it would tear. I was replacing a lot of curly tails. Every fish you've seen on this video, I've caught on this one lure. I've caught over 150 fish on one pack. I think one of my packs is approaching like 200 fish that I use on the big lake. So it's just unique. When I got it, I was skeptical. I'm be honest with you, if you're skeptical with this bait, I 100% understand, because I had these in my tackle collection, in my storage. I had these in my storage for a while. I didn't even take them out. I was using my Kitex, this, that, and the fourth. This has replaced them. One, it's like a dream come. Oh, hold on now, what that is? You fighting like a crappie. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're supposed to fight harder than that. I called you a crappie. It's like calling LeBron Brian Scalabrine Scalabrizzle. Oh, something else. Oh, okay. Oh, oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus, I was looking for a crappie all day. I was looking for a crappie all day. Oh my God, I got him. I still got him. I still got him. Look at that, y'all. That's a daggone good one. That's why you gotta have the crappie net. That's why you gotta have the crappie net. Alright. We're gonna let him do his thing. Alright, now I had my... Oh, is he out? He's out. He's out. Let's go. He's out. I had my GoPro on time warp. Next cast, baby. Next cast. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use, baby. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. I switched up from the Dakota Sunrise to the chartreuse. Had my GoPro on the time warp feature, When I hooked this guy, he was jumping, he was tail walking, tiptoeing on a marble floor. Let's go, baby. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. At least in these lily pads. All right, I know. You're probably wondering, what in the world am I talking about, right? We are talking about your #1 connection to the fish today. We're going to be talking about jig heads, and we're going to be talking about the best bait in general for just straight up whack fest. That's what I call it. Multi-species, getting out there, killing them. This is a YouTuber that makes these, iFish. Check him out, he's cool. But this is definitely one of the most important things, man. I'm getting a little excited here. One of the most important things is definitely the jig head. This is why iFish made these. Ultralight fishing in America. The jig heads that we have are trash. They're straight boo-boo. You go to your random store, you go to your Bass Pro Shop, and you go to the ultralight aisle. They have like 1 32nd ounce jig heads that have like eagle claw hooks on them that are dull, that are too thick, that if you're using braid, you might be able to get a good hook set on, like a medium action rod. Those hooks are not what you need. They aren't what you need. Let's dive into this. I'm going to grab this camera. We're going first person point of view, baby. All right, so look here. This is what I call Exhibit A. This is your typical ultralight jig head in America. Hooks way too big. They add these little sickle hooks these days because they're just like, oh man, these sickle hooks are so good. For true ultralight fishing, this is not the deal. Let me compare them. So this is the Daiwa Gekkabijin. Dude, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm the worst when it comes to pronunciation. I just know how to say cheeseburger, pizza, simple stuff, okay? Daiwa Gekkabijin, Japanese, as you can see, Japanese jig head. This is the iFish jig head. We got both of them here, right? Look at these guys. All right, let's take this guy here. We're trying to do this one-handed here. Now look at this jig head. Look at that one, and look at these. What really stands out to you? One, of course, it's a smaller hook. Just look at how thicker. This thing is probably 3 times as thick as these. There's gonna be some people that say, oh, you're using a crappy jig head. Oh, rah, rah, rah. It's made for big old slabs. And you're right, it's a 1/16 ounce crappy jig head. But look at this, this is a 1/32 ounce jig head. It's the one I used for years and years and years. Your classical old school jig head. Look at that. Hook ain't even really that sharp. It's super thick. Look how thick that is. That's at least twice as thick of a hook compared to these iFishes. And you would look at it and be like, I don't think that little bit in size difference makes a difference. Oh, it does. It probably makes a difference 2 to 1. And this is the deal, man. When you're using this ultralight tackle, when you're using true ultralight stuff, 2-pound line, 4-pound line, you don't have a lot of in that hook set. You don't, especially when you're using these lines that truly break at like 2 pounds of pressure or less. You don't have the to really drive these hooks. These hooks need to be smaller. They need to be sharp. They need to be smaller. Daiwa, the Gekkabijins, which are these, and then iFish. He perfected these. They perfected these. I'm going to use that word. Let's put the word perfected in parentheses and come back to that. They made it the best that they could. Absolutely the best that they could. But there's pros and cons with that. But this is what you need. You do not need this. You're going to lose so many fish like bass that run. When they start running a lot, when they start pulling a lot of drag, your hook's just going to come out because you don't even have a good hook set. This hook is not sharp. Look, I'm trying to stab myself and I'm not even... This hook is not sharp, and I might have used it like 15 minutes, if that. It's not, see, it's not a sharp hook. I don't want to do that with this hook because look, I don't want to do that with this hook because I know how that would end up. But that's the perfect example right there. That's the perfect example. Bite the bullet and order some of these hooks, man. iFish, he's based out, I believe, Tennessee. Check his channel out, man. He's got he's got a whole bunch of stuff, man. Check his channel out. But he made these hooks for bluegill. These right here, awesome hooks. These hooks are a little bit better. I will say they're a little bit better, but these you can just order a bunch online from Japan. Sometimes these sell out, but they're nice to have both. I don't have any less confidence. I know what I'm working with. These hooks, these ones, they tend to bend out a little bit more, so you're gonna have to be really careful with big fish when you hook something nice. You know, our definition of big fish in the ultralight game is subjective, but you're gonna have to be really careful. These hooks definitely bend. I could probably honestly bend it with my pinky right now. Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to. I want to use it. They bend out really easily on probably 4 pounds of pressure or less. So just be mindful of that. Keep your drag light. Don't use 6-pound line with these. I actually advise not using braid, but feel free if you're a braid guy, feel free. Now, why are these so good? Number one, it's going to be the hook size. Size 12. I have some size 10s here. The size 8s are for like my crappie and my bass that I'm targeting. I have some 10s, but size 12, if you notice, most of my stuff is 8 and 12. Size 12 is the money for bluegills. It's the perfect size to allow them to suck it up, get it in their mouth. Now these mule baits too, I have found that these are the best multi-species bait in general. I made a video, a little while back, my #1 bluegill lure growing up. I am extremely surprised by these because the bluegill is a little bit bigger profile than the bait I featured. It's a little bigger profile. The bluegill are still able to just suck this thing up so easily. Even the small ones, even the tiny ones, man, they're able to suck it up. And the size 12 hook allows them to get it in. When you go up to like an 8, I notice I get a lot of short bites. Most of the hooks in America, like size, they're not small enough. And even if they are small enough, they're dull, they're too thick, they're not a thin wire. You need that thin wire. Once I went to thin wire hooks, I stopped losing as many fish. There's not many fish that I lose now. When before, I almost anticipated, I stopped ultralight fishing for a little while when I was heavy into bass fishing because I was losing so many bass. These spotted bass run like crazy and head shakes and everything. I was losing so many bass. I just effectively couldn't land big bass. It was the jigheads. See what I mean? It's the jigheads. This is so important. It's the #1 thing. It is your ultimate connection to the fish, okay? That is it. That's the end all be all, man. So you guys really, if you're into ultralight fishing and you don't have either these or some of these, get you some. I'm not endorsed by any of that. I'm not. Straight out of my pocket, straight from Japan. Asian Portal Fishing is where I ordered mine. You could probably get them from JDM Tackle Heaven, Digitaka. You could probably get them from there too, but they're the Gekkabijin Ajing line Daiwas. This is what they look like, okay? Get you some. Get you some. You are gonna land way more fish with these. Way more fish. Way more fish. So important, guys. And then these two, like I said, I'm a mule fishing partner, but they sold me when I used them. Anybody that gets these and they use them, they're gonna tell you the truth, man. And that these lures are the truth. I'm not pitching something that's some boo-boo. I don't do that. I'd rather lose money than do that. So check them out. I'm going to provide my affiliate link. If you use that link to make an order, a few of the proceeds go to my channel, so I get more content out for y'all. But Dakota Sunrise, money. Chartreuse, you'll see in the video. If it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use, baby. And then Karma, which is kind of like a monkey milk color too. They're all fire, man. Donkey, what is this? Pasture Fire. I'm about to say Donkey Fire. Pasture Fire, that's another good one too. It's just It's all good stuff, man. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this video. That's pretty much the gist of it, man. We're going to roll some footage. We'll come back. Oh, that was a bass. That was a bass. Oh, get it. I'm trying to get this one bass. He's like right here. See if I can. Oh, he sees it. 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 I'm trying to like figure eight him into getting it. Oh, he got him. You saw that? You saw that on camera. You saw the whole process. He couldn't resist it. What do we got here? What do we got? Oh, it's a big O. I don't know how big it is. It feels like it's got some size to it. Oh yeah, it's another good one. Jesus. Oh, come on, get in here. Come in here. There we go. It's another good one. All right, that's pretty much it. It's real simple. Bad hook, bad day. Don't have bad day. Don't have bad hook.